We're here at the farm of Chris Calpcott in Pio Pio to talk about great pasture renewal.
Hey Chris, tell me about your farm system.
Okay, so we're a family-run business. We're a milking platform of about 500 hectares, milking about 1,400 cows. The total farm size is 650, so we've got a dry stock component to it as well. We can get quite wet in the winter. The Mokau River is 2/3 of the boundary, so there's the issue dealing with flooding occasionally and things. But generally it's a strong farm, grows good pasture. Key drivers are our calving dates and then getting early growth to match that and match our milk curve basically, and then just trying to get as many days in milk as we can. So if we can get a longer lactation, more pasture grown, then we're pretty happy. Being a dry stock farm originally, we've had to do a lot of pasture upgrades, and to drive production with dairy cows you need high quality pasture.
Good quality pasture. So focusing on pasture renewal, what are you looking for when you plant a new pasture?
I think palatability is a key driver, and if we can plant pasture this year and it's still there in 7 years' time, then obviously the cost per hectare is lower, cost per milk solid is lower, and that's a big part of it. And so if a pasture will sustain droughts or wet weather damage, then keeps bouncing back. One of the reasons I think we chose array. We were put onto it by Julie, and we went down to Christchurch and had a look at the Barenbrug's operation down there and saw some of the cultivars down there, and then array stood out to us as something that would work in our system. It's got good palatability and good early growth, so yeah, it's been a good investment.
Array is the latest grass that's come out of the Barenbrug stable. It has been bred for upright growth and easy grazing by cows. So in Chris's situation, it's efficient, so his cows can come in, eat it effectively and have time to sit down, rest and make milk. It grows a lot of grass early season, so in that early period coming out of winter when pasture supply is usually not meeting demand, Array is helping fill that gap by growing a lot of quality grass in that early season to capture that early milk.
Early in the season, before autumn begins, us three will sit around Chris's table at home, and so we come up with a bit of a plan on where the grass is going to grow, and then we talk about what's next in terms of spraying the paddocks for weeds to make sure it's nice and clean. We talk about things like the nip-off grazers to make sure that the pasture thickens up so that Chris gets the 5+ years that he's hoping out of his perennial. I probably talk to Chris at least maybe every week. If the All Blacks have just had a tough game, then maybe I'll call him and just see how it's going. So the more that we can be organised on behalf of Farm Source, but also organised for Chris's farm, it just makes all of our lives a little bit easier.
To summarise, great pasture renewal at Chris's doesn't just happen. It's a team approach to deliver profitable, sustainable results.